Hey everybody, Mr. Quick here. Welcome to Eureka Math / Engage New York Math, Module 6, Lesson 3, Creating a Dot Plot. So a dot plot is what we talked about last time, where you have your data down here, your numbers, so whatever you counted, whatever range you have, and then you put dots for how many you have that represent each set of data. So we're going to create a dot plot together right now. And I'm going to give you a little story here, which is that Robert is a 6th grader and usually goes to bed around 10 o'clock and gets up around 6 a.m. That means he gets about 8 hours of sleep on a school night. He wanted to investigate the statistical question of how many hours per night do 6th graders usually sleep when they have school the next day. Robert took a survey of 29 6th graders and collected the following data to answer that question. All right, so here is the student's data set. Right, data is just the information that we're looking at. So, for example, someone had 7 hours, 8 hours, 5 hours, 9 hours, 9 hours, 9 hours, right? You keep going, but those are the number of hours that the students slept that he interviewed. So we're going to create our own little dot plot here. First part's going to look a little like this. We have a label. You have to label it. You have to tell us what we're looking at. So it's the number of hours slept. And we don't go from 1 to 20 or anything like that. We use the numbers in the range that we have. So the lowest number in this set of data is 5. The highest amount of sleep was 12 hours. So you notice that we only do from 5 to 12. All right? Okay, we also have to have a title. Always have to have a title. So we have our title, and we have our label down here telling us what those numbers are. So I'm just going to start going through the data. And I'm going to do little X's instead of dots because I think they're easier to see. But, whatever works for you as long as it works, right? So we're going to go with 7, and I'm going to cross it out as I do it, right? And we have 8. We have 5. We have 9, 9, 9. So I have 3 9s. 7, 7. 10, 10, 11, 9, 10, 10, 11, 9, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Trying to do them as close to the same size as possible. It's easier when you're writing that with a pencil or pen, right? 12, 6, 11, 10, 12, 6, 11, 10. 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 8, 10, 9, 9, 8, 9, 9, 8. Okay, perfect. So now we have our dot plot for the set of data that this student checked, and we can look and we can kind of get an idea of about how many hours the 6th grade class in this example sleeps on a given school night. Now, I'm going to ask a couple of questions. We're going to look at the data to see what we can find here. Okay. What is the least and most amount of sleep reported in the survey? Well, we have one kid who slept 5 hours. We got one kid who slept 12. So the least is 5 hours. The most is 12 hours. What number of hours of hours slept occurred most often? Well, that would be the high. That's why we try to keep them fairly even as far as where we place them. And the highest one is 9. That 9 has the most X's above it. So 9 hours is the most common, the one that shows up the most. What number of hours sleep would you use to describe the center of the data? Well, you could count and say 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and you could keep going that way until you got to the center. Where in this one you can basically just look and see that about the same amount over here as over here. So you're looking at 8 or 9, right? I mean, it's right in the middle. Think about how many hours you sleep. How does your number compare? Well, you'll have to answer that on your own in your head. I typically get 5 to 6 hours. I would go ahead and say 6 hours. So what I would say is, for me, compared to these students, obviously, but for me, I would be on the low end of hours slept, right? I'm also not a student, but we'll just skip that for the moment. Okay, we could also ask another statistical question. We could say, how many hours of sleep does a student get on a non-school night when they don't have school the next day? And then we could just compare those to this dot plot to that dot plot, and you could see kind of some of the similarities and differences. But I don't want to do that right now. What I actually want to do is I'm going to use the same set of data. I'm going to erase all this, and I want to show you how to create. So we've looked at a dot plot. I want to show you how to create a frequency table. Okay, so this is kind of what a frequency table looks like. It's not perfect, but it's fine, right? The number of hours slept, which we're going to start with 5, 6, of course 7, 8, 9. Am I going to fit it all in? Maybe close. 10, 11. We'll put 12 at the bottom. And then we're going to just tally them here in this column based on how many there are. So got a set 1, 2, 3, 7. So I have 1, 2, 3. I'll go to 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get 5. Looks like there's just 1 for 5. 9, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, we have 10, 10. It's 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11, we have 1, 2. 1, 2. 6, we have 1. And then for 12, we have 1. So we've got our frequency table here. And now you're literally just counting the number of times you saw each number. So here we have 1 tally for 5. So our frequency is 1. 1 tally for 6. 1. We have 3 under 7. So that shows up 3 times. 8 for 8. 9 for 9. 4 for 10. 2 for 11. And 1 for 12. See, this is just another way, another representation to show this data. So you can still look at this, and now you can look at the frequency and say for sure, well, which one showed up the most? Which one did we see the most? Well, the highest number I see is 9, and that was for 9 hours slept. The second most was 8 for 8 hours slept, and then it was really close. There were 4 10 hours and 3 7 hours. So 7 and 10 were both fairly close as far as third and fourth place. So we're going to stop there. We're going to look at some of these kind of questions and create some of our own dot plots and answer some questions about some dot plots that have already been created in class. So you've seen kind of the information here. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk soon.